Again, everybody, welcome back to Heal and Learn. This is Zorina, your host, here with lovely Alfredo Diaz, your holistic love coach. Hi, Alfredo. Welcome.
Hi, Zorina. Thank you again for having me here. You know, we are following the sequence of the friendly guys with the moon for being healthy in the pre-compatibility assessment.
For being able to receive, we talked last time.
Yes, this is very important. It's not only very important for women, because naturally woman is the receptive energy, I will say. She's active also when both men and women have both characteristics, but mainly woman is naturally receptive. And in this sequence we are talking, we already reviewed Jupiter and Mercury, which are the best combination. You know, beside that, when the moon is by herself, is maybe the most honest and sincere way to see how emotionally a woman can be. But then we have to check, we say, the following good ones and the mild one, which is Moon Venus and Mars, Moon Mars. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm going to talk about today.
Awesome, great. Before we jump into that, just to say that you have holistic coaching services on Heal and Learn, and I'll put the link below. Alfredo is great at giving love advice, so do check him out. And we also had made a course together some time ago on manifestation and love relationships. I'll also put the link below if you're curious, check it out. All right, let's start.
The third good planet is Venus.
So the combination of Venus and Moon is worse than Venus and Mercury?
Yes.
Okay.
What happens is they are not friends. Mm-hmm. They are gentle because Venus is gentle, has Mercury, has Jupiter. But the difference is Jupiter delights the moon, moon delights Jupiter. Moon is being delighted by Mercury, moon drains Mercury. And moon and Venus, they don't delight at all, neither one to the another.
So they're neutral or what?
They are, let me check here to tell you exactly. Moon with Venus, okay, maybe proud in car is when, like your case, you have the moon in Taurus. Mm-hmm. It's proud. It's good.
Proud.
Yeah. But for instance, Venus, when it's in the moon card, when she is in Cancer, is starved. She can't manifest very good.
When Venus is in Cancer. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Because both are gentle planets, they try somehow to coexist for the benefit of both. Mm-hmm. What happened? Normally, all the planets want to get fulfilled. Moon wants to get fulfilled in their accomplishment to relate to people, being very receptive. Venus also wants to be fulfilled, but as we explained in the last session, sometimes we have expectation that cannot be fulfilled the way we think. Sometimes the thing that we want to get fulfilled are not real. That's the problem with Venus. Venus is very materialistic, I will say. Even if they are very romantic, they sometimes get fulfilled with external things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time in one of the sessions, we said it's better that the woman express herself being more from inside out, like a Jupiter, instead of the Venus one when it's coming from outside in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Venus is beauty. Any planet combined with Venus is it has some beauty,
Mm-hmm.
and also appreciation for the good things in life. And she always, I mean, with Venus moon is gonna be looking always to get more than what she gets. And that's the problem. Sometimes you expect more than the relationship can possibly give. Sometimes you will feel that something is lacking because that situation because they don't somehow Venus feel starved by the moon. It's like a never will feel that she's full, complete. And it's like if I had this boyfriend, or if I had this relationship, or if I had this car, or if I have this apartment, or if I've had these clothes, you always will find that there is something better.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with Venus. But it doesn't mean that, I mean, you can control that. I think with time and the person is with maturity, will learn that life is real, as we said in the last session. If you are more grounded, that combination will give you, you know, beauty, nourishment, appreciation for the good things, but not trying not to be, you know, trying to feel that what you have right now maybe can be improved, but you have to work for it. And you have to build every single day to accomplish more. It's like being more realistic. And this is the message behind in the Moon Venus combination, that the people have to be more grounded, in the sense that if you have something today, of course, there are better things. Maybe you have now a very nice car, but you say, no, I want a Ferrari. Or maybe you have a position, no, I am director, no, I want to be VP. It doesn't mean that you don't have to. I mean, you have to have aspiration, but maybe you just get the position 2 months ago, and after 2 months you say, well, I'm now director, but I want to be VP. If I don't be VP in the next 6 months, I'm gonna quit my job.
Mm-hmm.
To mention something, you know, exaggerated.
Yeah, I understand. So it's your emotions being controlled by superficial things. In the end, this is what the combination means.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. That combination may disturb.
Exactly. Doesn't define it, but there's a predispositioning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think that, you know, it's good. It's still good combination once the person is grounded. Grounding in the sense that it's realistic, just be more real than an idealistic person. Mm-hmm. For the men is they relate very well with woman. They can establish good connection. They respect the woman. have a good connection, but also have the risk to expect more. It's like, you had your partner. He's a handsome guy, intelligent. He has a good financial, healthy income and so on. But you say, maybe I can find somebody else better than this this candidate. You always be in your mind something thinking that you can find something better. And
so what would the man think with such a position? I want the next supermodel.
Exactly. The man with that position say, wow, I have a wonderful beauty lady with me, but I know that I can find somebody else much better than her. But this is superficial.
Yeah.
You need to be emotionally mature to be more realistic and appreciate more what you have today, instead of thinking or losing the moment that you are living right now, thinking and you can find somebody else that is better. But anyhow, it's a good combination. The only thing is, because they drain each other, that's why it exists like some sort of a contradiction. But it's good. It's good in the sense that life is real, no idea. The more that you are aligned with that, you can find a woman or man, moon, Venus combination to have a healthy relationship. The last one, just to end this session today, I will say
I thought there were only 4 positive. Or did we have 3 only positive? No, 4.
Yeah, we
Moon
have
by
only 3
itself?
positive, and the next one is mild.
Okay.
Because I don't want to put 5 negative.
Okay. Good thinking.
I don't want to put 5 versus 3 positive.
Yeah.
I say, well, let's do it in a mild manner.
But Alfredo, what are we gonna do with an all negative video next time?
Well, it's good to know, because
okay.
That's why I remember in one of the questions you told me, oh, Alfredo, but maybe more than 50% of the people won't have any good relationship. And then I thought, well, here in the United States, more than 50-something% of the people get divorced. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I know, but I have a bit of a different opinion. I don't think it's only the card positioning, but there's also so much external influence and images blasted at them of what a family should look like and what they're supposed to be doing. I don't think it's actually their own clear, pure desire of what they want to experience.
Yeah, and you had touched a good point. This is Venetian point. All these external, I will say, cultural or
yeah, let's call it culture
publicity.
Right.
It's a Venetian thing. Oh, this is the ideal partnership. Oh, this is the ideal things that you have to follow and so on. And make you, think about it and say, maybe instead of, maybe you are in a good relationship. Like I will say, maybe you are in the number 4. But Venus is in number 6. Right? Venus is the little fulfillment in the Vedic Sanskrit. It's the little fulfillment, because it's the fulfilling things that you can find in the world. The spiritual fulfillment is the biggest one. And it's not coming from the world, it's coming from your inside. That's why Jupiter it has more points on this. But anyhow, yes, I mean, when we are very well influenced by cultural, the the social network, TV and everything, there are very Venetian things. That's why we need to be careful with the Venetian thing with Venus. It's very beauty, that's why Venus is fashion, beauty, and they always evolving, and you find something very beauty now, but it's like the cars. I mean, today I buy a car, but in 2 years, 3 years, I'm gonna say, oh my goodness, I don't want this car, I want a new one, because it brings this and this and this and this. You can't do that in any relationship. But the Venetian thing may put you in this way.
But with each of these positions, there's a maturation that if you do a personal reading, you can see when this matures and when they can actually improve.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one is the Mars Moon. I will say this is a mild affliction. What happened? Mars is very masculine planet. I remember also last time when we talked, when somebody has the Mars with the Moon together, is very opinionated person. He's very active. She's very independent, but is less receptive. And normally, I remember in the psychology of the man and the woman always wants to be appreciated for her feelings, and man for what he does. So even that the woman when woman has a Mars, she always thinking very logically. She always wants to do something, to accomplish something. She's a very active person, and she always looking for new goals, new accomplishment, new things to do. Tell me what to do, because normally Mars is the general. I need to have a good reason to fight for something. So sometimes they don't have time for love. So when you find a woman with a Mars and Moon combination, you need to find a window to cherish her, because she's busy. She's very noble. Believe me, she's very noble. She's a person that she knows what she wants, and she fights for it. But romantically, it's not very open, like being with Venus or with Mercury or with Jupiter. So I think this is a good combination, as long as the man can be detached somehow to think that he's the provider, and he has to cherish always or oftenly her partner, his spouse, I'm sorry, because she doesn't need it too much. She needs it because she's a woman, and she needs to feel somebody cares about her. But somehow she's very detached to that. So the man has to be very mature to have a relationship with a woman with the Moon and Mars together. So I think
it's like a drying influence.
Summarizing,
is Mars like a drying up influence with the heat? Is Mars drying up the Moon?
They are happy. I mean, they are friends. I'm sorry. They are friends. They are friends, by the way. Moon, I think Moon in Mars, we are neutral. Mars with Moon. Moon delights Mars. Moon delights Mars, but
And Mars?
the
And what is Mars doing to the moon?
Moon, no, sorry. Yeah, Mars in the moon car or with the moon is delighted.
So they both delight each other.
Moon delights Mars, but Mars doesn't delight
The moon. Mhm.
the moon. It's neutral. Somehow they are very friends. As a matter of fact, the combination is they are friends. I mean, look, Mars, Moon, Sun, they are very friendly between each other. But with the Mars influencing the Moon, when they are together, they put some flavor of masculine energy, making the woman being less open and
That's
less
why
receptive.
there was a specific reason why I asked you whether Mars dries up the moon, because first of all, it carries fiery energy and moon is water, so it kind of maybe evaporates the water. But from an energy perspective, when I was making videos about relationships about 2 years ago, and I talked once about the energy of women who are too active, like being overly active, and how this dries out your feminine energy, because the natural feminine energy is to be more at peace, to be more like still. I'm not saying that she should be lazy and not active at all, but to exert overly, to be active to the point of exhaustion and to exert too much effort is reducing your femininity in the end.
That's correct. Remember, we talked about willfulness last session. Mm-hmm. Woman with the Mars, with the moon, she's very willfulness. She had her mind made it already. Maybe she comes with me for a consultation. She's gonna listen to me, but she had her mind already. I know this thing is gonna be this way. That's why she's not very open when you give an advice to the woman with the Mars moon conjunction, mm-hmm. because she believes in what he said and what she think more than anyone else. She's very self-sufficient person, and yeah, maybe she's drying all the water from the moon, mm-hmm. for the fire. She's very fiery. I remember we also I think an example of a person that I met. She had the moon, sun, and Mars together. Oh my goodness.
I think you gave this example last time.
Yeah, she is, mm-hmm. what she said. Mm-hmm. I mean, you see her, she's very beauty. Somehow she's sweet. But at the very end, when she needs to put her position, her opinion in for some subject, some important matter, is the way she wants everything to be. Mm-hmm. So you have to be very open-minded and somehow detached to her, because otherwise, I mean, two alpha people, it's difficult to live in the same roof. Mm-hmm. So right. Summarizing, mm-hmm. Moon alone by herself is good, really the best, because it's more honest and clear. Then Jupiter moon, then Mercury moon, Venus moon, and the mild one is Mars moon. Next session, we're going to talk about the bad guys with the moon.
I mean, I wasn't convinced that all that we said today was all that positive, but the good thing is you can always give them advice on how to act in a more benign way, right?
That's why relationships are very complicated. That's why we brought this subject. Compatibility is a synonymous of happiness.
But in the end, what this is showing is just some roadblocks where you may have difficulties, but it doesn't mean that you can't get over them, right? You have your...
Of course. If you are aware of that,
exactly.
You can handle it, you can manage. This is, I mean, the way that, I mean, when you play cards and you are in a cards championship, it doesn't mean, oh, I'm an expert playing cards. But you have other people that knows also you have to beat them. So, you know, you have to know how to play your cards. And this is the secret in life, is how you play your cards in your lives. Because we come here to learn. And
there are very few people who cannot lose because they have amazing cards.
Excuse me?
I said there are very few people who cannot lose the game just because they have amazing cards, right? So in the end, everybody needs to play the game well. This is what I mean, no matter what the cards.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. This is an art. This is an art.
Yeah. The art of living.
The art of living. That's correct. I like it, that expression, the art of living.
Yeah. I actually went to a course once called The Art of Leading, the Art of Living, because the art of leading is in the end the art of living, and it was based on Taoistic principles. Yeah. Yeah. Of consciousness, basically. Yeah.
It reminds me when we have said here in our conversation, do you want to build a loving story or life story with your partner? Life story is broader and more complex, but is what is the last goal, I think.
Yeah.
Based upon loving story.
Lovely. Lovely talk again, Alfredo. Looking forward to next time.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to talk about the bad guys.
Yeah.
What happened? Because sometimes you say, my goodness, why I am in this situation with this person? I want to just disappear. So that's why when you see the chart, you can say, well, she's beauty. She looks very nice, but maybe it's not convenient for me to get involved. And also, we talk about friendship or, be friendly, engagement, and embracing. That's why we need first to make a good assessment and give time before we engage, because then you find yourself in the middle of a messy relationship, because the psychology of the persons, both, are complicated. And you know, it's complicated to live after you are embracing with someone.
So extend the exploratory phase 2, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's healthy to do that.
Yeah. Good. Thank you so much, Alfredo. Guys, if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and you can check out Alfredo's services. I'll put the link below. And join us again next week for the continuation of this video. Thank you.
Thank you.